Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has joined with his counterparts in New Zealand and Canada to express their support for urgent international efforts towards a sustainable ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas conflict. But Israel's ambassador to Australia says the fighting can only end after Hamas is defeated and all Israeli hostages released. Our political correspondent Olivia Casely filed this report.
As the Israel-Gaza war rages, international support for the invasion is waning. United Nations members, including Australia, supporting a ceasefire resolution.
Hamas must be defeated and dismantled, but this cannot be without account for the protection and welfare of Palestinian civilians. Australia supports Palestinians' right to self-determination.
Anthony Albanese, Justin Trudeau and Christopher Luxon united in sharpening their language. On the one hand, condemning Hamas and calling for the release of hostages. On the other, asking Israel to stop dropping bombs on Gaza. We want to see this pause resumed and support urgent international efforts towards a sustainable ceasefire. This cannot be one-sided. Hamas must release all hostages, stop using Palestinian civilians as human shields.
Human suffering is widespread and it is unacceptable.
On the ground in Israel, before the Foreign Minister is due there next month, Simon Birmingham says Canberra has undermined Tel Aviv.
Hamas surrenders all arms. Hamas hands over its leadership and its terrorist operatives, and that ultimately Hamas is completely disabled.
He's joined on the ground by Labor MP Josh Burns, who's told Sky News any pause in hostilities cannot be uneven. At home, the government is caught in a precarious balancing act. The longer the conflict drags on, it's becoming harder to reassure Israel of its right to defend itself as calls grow from the likes of frontbencher Ed Husic and Young Labor to end the fighting. Israel's ambassador to Australia, Amir Maimon, has accused the Albanese government of having a bet each way. On the world stage, there's also been a marked change of tone from US President Joe Biden, who's warned Israel is losing international support in the face of indiscriminate bombing. Olivia Casely, Sky News, Canberra.